Friends, I need for you to speak loudly enough so others will listen and take action. In our fast-paced, media-saturated environment, many times it's not what you say, but how you say it. So I'm going to take a little section here, and if you guys can put me on the screen, please. I teach a seminar called Deb's 15 Rules for the Road, a public speaking primer. But due to our time today, I'm only going to focus on a couple of those because I want you to understand that you can do this. And at the Women's Campaign School, we can help. So, as we begin, let me tell you about the most important rule out there. And friends, I've seen it in my time here today and yesterday. Some of you need to lighten up and keep a relaxed face. All right? Lighten up and keep a relaxed face because people see more than what they hear. And if you carry the weight of the world on your eyebrows, we're not going to look to you for leadership. And what I find is, ladies, if you look mean, they will not follow. The fact is, when you think about it, everyone makes, in a sense, a first impression. They say you make a first impression between 7 and 24 seconds, and for some of you it's too late before we begin, but for the rest of you, we have an opportunity to put you in a position for outrageous leadership that'll bring people to you. Friends, you're judged in 3 ways: how you look, how you sound, what you say, the visual, the vocal, and the verbal. But I know that so many times we spend all our time on what we say, what we say, what we say. And although that's very important, the fact is the audience hears and sees so much. We're too busy admiring why your pants don't fit, why you wore old shoes, and is that your natural hair color? You gotta lighten up and keep a relaxed face. I know it's important, but the reality is good speakers must be as careful with their appearance as they are with their words. I learned my lesson the hard way. I was first elected to Greenville City Council. The newspaper came in. They took a photo of all of us at the dais. And I'm feeling pretty good about myself, so I don't think much of it. The next morning, my mother calls at 8 a.m. "Deb, you're in the paper." Well, of course I am. "It's not good." I said, "What do you mean it's not good?" She goes, "What were you doing? You look mean and angry." I said, "Well, gosh, Mom, I think I was just like thinking." She's like, "Stop that." So now when I see a TV camera, I think Jamaica. I'm as happy as I can be. Because friends, if a picture's worth 1,000 words and you look angry, they will not vote for you. And I know in our time together, we think about the big issues. And I so appreciate the dancing lady who told you about all the issues somewhere in that dance. But the reality is, sometimes it's as simple as having a pleasant expression. So lighten up and keep a relaxed face. Now, you might be surprised to know that I work in the pageant business. Oh, the haters will hate. I am the speech coach for the Miss South Carolina pageant, and let me just do my quick assumption. In South Carolina, girls don't go to college. And in the scholarship business, in the pageant business, we had $9 million in scholarship funds. So my girls never want to win because they don't want to cut the ribbon at Hardee's, but they make enough money at each pageant to go to college. So when all my snarky friends from New York and Washington say, "Well, I can't believe you're in the business," I say, "How many girls have you sent to college?" To date, I have almost 40 girls that are going to college in the great state of South Carolina. But the fact is, in the pageant business, you have 2 options. So the reality is, rule number 1 is how you hold it all up. And rule number 2 is how you keep that pleasant expression for the interview. So if you take your tongue and you press it against your 2 front teeth, it gives you about that much of a smile. Now the lights are off, so I can't see you, but I'm pretty sure you're blowing it out. So let's back it up a bit. And now, hey, I can see a more pleasant expression. Why is that? Because you looking at me is absolutely an indication of what you think about me. And if I look at you and you are mean and angry as I look back, I am not doing business with you. So friends, think about it. Rule number 1, in my book, you gotta lighten up and keep a relaxed face. Number 2, I'm gonna say this, you've gotta learn to vary your voice. Learn to vary your voice, that's the vocal. It's important that you have energy and enthusiasm when you speak, otherwise people don't wanna listen. Your voice is a part of your personal signature. My best friend Victoria can call me and say, "Hey there, and I know exactly what type of day she's having. She doesn't have to say, "Hi, Deb, it's Victoria." No, I know. Why? Because her voice is her thumbprint. And the powerful use of any voice conveys a level of interest, enthusiasm, and of course, energy. Friends, if you are monotone and dead in the water, we will not listen. You've got to learn how to vary your voice, and you do this. Remember when you read children's stories? Now, I know no one reads The Cat in the Hat like a budget report, but at the end of the day, one time you had the energy to be heard. Hey, if I'm telling a big story, my voice is going to go up and I'm going to be really loud. If I'm going to tell a sad story, my voice is going to drop down. I'm going to be more quiet. And if I really want to get your attention, I might whisper. The use of your voice. See, what happens in politics, women speak at this really high, angry level, and guess who's listening? Nobody. Now, I know that things make you unhappy, but I also know you are more intelligent to be held into a game that will undercut your authority as a powerful person. So the key for me is if you combine the visual and the vocal will make you a rock star personality that people will work for